For me, food is all about family.
Delicious!
And those special moments when we come together over a mouth-watering meal. This is the kind of pie that says, I love you. I want to share some of my yummy family favourites. Dishes for every kind of day. But like any busy family, no 2 days are ever the same in my house. It smells incredible in here. So I love having a range of quick and easy ideas ready for any occasion.
Okay, I'm stuck.
Each week, I'm going to share simple and delicious recipes for different kinds of family days, from manic weekdays to wind-down weekends. Yep, I'm gonna add all of it. And I don't feel a pang of guilt. I'll be exploring the everyday ingredients we all have in our cupboards. Oh my God.
It's amazing, isn't it?
To see how to get the best out of them.
Passion fruit. How did I get it? You make that look really easy.
It is easy.
And I'm also going to travel the country meeting inspirational home cooks.
I hope my kids aren't expecting this for tea.
Who go the extra mile to make scrumptious products most of us buy in the shops.
Oh, no.
So, I hope you're hungry. Whenever we have a family day out, I always make a picnic. And I've got some great ideas that will make the food just as memorable as the occasion. My family day out dishes are Samosa Pie, cheese biscuits and tomato jam, and to come home to, Prawn Saffron Biryani. Yeah? And the crispy bits?
Crispy bits.
Yes. The day starts with a warming breakfast, Chai Spiced Vermicelli. This is one of my family's favourites. It's a noodle dish packed full of warming chai flavours, perfect for keeping you going on an action-packed day out. To me, this is like the porridge, but the Bangladeshi version. And it's my favourite. It's not just about the kids, it's about me too. This is the fun bit. Crunch up vermicelli noodles and toast them. You know that smell of baking a cake? I don't know what it is about when you toast these noodles. It smells like I'm baking a cake in the house. That's probably what drags them out of bed. You gotta be careful. You can't leave this. You can't just kind of walk away because it goes from being light brown to dark brown so quickly. I'm gonna just turn that down because I don't want it to go anymore. I wanna just keep that heat on, but it will turn so fast. When the noodles are ready, add a bay leaf, cinnamon stick and a cardamom pod. This gives it a chai flavour. I can already smell those spices. They've got a bit more work to do though. My mum's version of this dish has lots of butter and whole milk, but I want to do something lighter. I love mum's version and I make it all the time, but this version is like really coconut heavy. Really making something like this, I'm kind of setting the kids up. We're ready for a really long day, but all it does is make me want to stay home and eat some more. When all the coconut oil has melted, add caster sugar. I'm gonna admit that I really like it sweet. I like it really, really sweet. So I've got the coconut cream in. I'm gonna let that come to the boil and then turn it down and let it just cook slowly till those noodles are totally soft. And just for some extra coconutty goodness, I've got some coconut flakes. And these are really nice just as they are, but they taste even better when you toast them. It's worth the extra step. Breakfast is nearly ready. I am solely responsible for burning the most coconut chips in the world. You know how everybody has a preference as to how thick they like their porridge or how thin they like their porridge? This is, again, the exact same thing. If you like it really, really thick, cook it down. Let it take its time. Get it really nice and thick. But if you like it really thin, then, you know, add a little bit more coconut cream. Loosen it up. It's up to you. This is like your porridge, but with noodles instead. That is done. That's how I like it. That is my childhood all in one mouthful. creamy, toasty vermicelli in chai spices with my little addition of toasted coconuts. Chai Spiced Vermicelli, warming, wholesome with a spicy kick. The perfect breakfast to set you up for a long day out. On a family outing, I'll throw our top snacks into the cool bag. And one of the UK's favourite picnic treats is a Cornish pasty. A true Cornish pasty must be made in Cornwall using a traditional recipe. And I found the lady who officially makes the best Cornish pasties in the world. In 2018, Jill Francis was crowned the Cornish Pasty Amateur World Champion. So I'm hoping she'll share some of her award-winning tips with me. So how long have you been making pasties for?
Well, I've made pasties since moving to Cornwall.
Okay, hold on. You're not even
No, I'm a
Cornish born?
Somerset lass. Been in Cornwall roughly 30 years, but it still doesn't make me Cornish.
So how much practice did you have to do before the competition?
It's taken me, personally, quite a few years to sort of get it together and think, well, I can actually do this now.
Right, so how do you want me to chop these?
So I tend to, say, grate them as I go.
Oh.
And that just makes it the right size.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
I'll just put it back together.
It's okay.
I'm learning, it's great. So what are the specifics of making a Cornish pasty? Because I know it's quite exact, a bit precise.
It should be 25% vegetables and 12.5% meat minimum.
The need for it to be very specific didn't put you off?
That was a challenge, really. It's a challenge for me to try and do something specific.
The secret to an award-winning pasty is good quality ingredients, cut small enough and layered so you get a taste of everything in each mouthful. Get this combination right and your pasty is elevated to champion status. There's a lot more love in this Cornish pasty than I expected.
I do love making them, I have to be honest.
What happens next?
Next stage, folding and crimping, but this is the bit that I couldn't really do. I wasn't any good at it, and I wasn't sure if what I was doing was right. So I put my thinking brain on, and I thought, I know, I've got a secret weapon.
We brave the British summer to visit Jill's neighbour Edna, a lifelong baker who has made thousands of pasties over her 83 years. It was her tip that helped Jill achieve the perfect pasty crimp.
I've been thinking about you.
Okay, I've been thinking about you too.
So, Edna, I hear that you're the secret weapon. You're the one who taught Jill how to...
Well, I've tried to teach her. And I'm just hoping it's turning out all right.
Can you show me how you did it on your pinny?
Well, I was sitting here.
Right.
When she come up.
Right.
And I just took it and just went like that.
So if you show me how you do it, so you hold it kind of like that, yeah?
Now, you just squeeze it around, don't you?
Yeah.
And then you just go like that.
So you'd have it, so the straight edge is close to you.
Yeah.
And the curved edge is on the outside.
Yes, right, yes.
Right, OK.
Yeah.
I think I've got it.
Yeah.
I think I've got it. Inspired by Edna's crimping lesson, I want to have a go at putting my own pasty together. Right, this is my one go.
OK. What I tend to do is just keeping it all in. This is the bit I have difficulty with, so I just make sure I then lift it over and lift it up.
I mean, in theory, this should be easy for a girl who's made about 6 million samosas, but this is very different.
So I like to just try and get it nice rounded like that.
Oh, God, I'm too scared to look at what I've done. That is not as easy as it looks. You made that look really easy. Oh, look!
Yay!
Hey, look at that!
That's how you do it.
Just that bit, just that bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun, that last bit. Forget that bit, don't even look at that bit, but that bit, I'm proud of that. Right, it's going to give it a lovely shine.
Yeah. Here you are, all ready.
Ooh.
Well, there you go. Pasties, Edna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here's to pasties.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that is so good.
Like it.
Yeah. I admitted to you that I love messing around with pasties and changing the flavour around. And do you know what? Some things do not need messing about with.
Oh.
That is so good.
You can't beat a classic Cornish pasty, but sometimes it's fun to experiment. And my next recipe is a day-out dish with a twist.
One pie I love to make for my picnics is my Samosa pie. You can make it in advance, it's easy to transport, and it is delicious cold.
This meaty pie keeps us going on a long day out. It has a traditional samosa filling packed into a delicious hot water crust pastry.
Twice a year, during the celebrations, we always go to my mum's, and in total, I think we've made easily 3,000 samosas in one sitting. So my mum makes a massive pot of the filling, and then me and my 3 sisters will sit down and we have like a production line. So we all have our own roles, but 3,000 samosas. Makes more sense just to make one big pie.
Add garlic granules, ground ginger, cumin seeds, and chili flakes for warmth.
Just keep stirring it around. The drier this is, the more it kind of cooks out, the more flavorful it's becoming. Until, of course, it starts to burn.
Add lamb mince to the onions. Once the mince is browned, chuck in the potatoes.
I'm going to turn the heat right down. It doesn't take long, but you've got to kind of trust that in enough steam and enough heat, the potatoes will cook.
Frozen peas are perfect for this dish.
There's a little bit of excess moisture in here. So, just to kind of combat that, I've got 2 tablespoons of corn flour and then a splash of water. I love the magic of corn flour. Like, as soon as I've added that, it's kind of, everything's just gone, and like no moisture left, which means hopefully I won't get a leaky pie.
When it's cooked, stir in fresh coriander and leave to cool while you make the pastry.
So my samosa filling is traditional, whereas my pastry is the bit where it's not traditional anymore. Traditional in a picnic pork pie, but not in a samosa. For a picnic samosa pie. You with me? It'll work.
For the pastry, melt 65 grams of vegetable fat into hot water. Mix 265 grams of plain flour and 55 grams of bread flour with salt and turmeric. Then mix the wet and dry ingredients.
Look at the colour of that dough. So roll the pastry out to kind of like a rough sausage. What's really important with this pastry is that you have to work with it straight away while it's still warm. The colder it gets, the more brittle it becomes. You can still use it. I mean, I've learned a way of, if it gets cold, zap it in the microwave and it'll warm it up. Fine. So I'm rolling out enough so it just goes up the side, so halfway up the tin.
Use the rest of the pastry to make the lid.
So now, time to fill this pie.
Brush the edge of the pastry with beaten egg and put the lid on. Make sure you press down firmly on the mixture. Crimp the edges however you like. There are no rules. Make a slit in the top to let the steam escape as it cooks.
There's that kind of proud moment when once you've done the filling and then you've done the pastry case and then just like that last little finish of egg wash. I feel like a proud mother. I could just glaze this all day.
Bake for an hour at 200 degrees.
So that's completely cold. And this is where having a loose bottom tin makes it very easy. It should just slide off. Look at that. Look at that. How can you not be proud? That's like a proper pie. And this is the kind of pie that says, I love you. I know 3,000 samosas says, I love you, Mum, but this pie says, I love you, and this is going to make any picnic turn into a bit of a banquet.
Samosa pie, something to look forward to in the picnic hamper. One of my all-time favourite picnic snacks are cheese biscuits. These savoury, salty delights topped with sweet tomato jam are the perfect pick-me-ups for the whole family on a busy day out. Combine 120 grams of both butter and plain flour.
Roll up my sleeves. It's very relaxing, rubbing butter into flour.
When the mixture resembles chunky breadcrumbs, add 120 grams of smoked cheese, along with mustard powder, onion salt, garlic granules, and granulated sugar.
See how I've got no liquid in here, no egg, nothing. When I eat a cheese biscuit, I want it to be rich and short and crumbly and full of flavour in a tiny little bite. And that's my dough. But before I do anything with it, it needs chilling.
Wrap the dough in plastic film and pop in the fridge while you make the jam. One ingredient is literally the star.
Pop that into the warm oil, and this goes from being really pretty to pretty and delicious.
Along with the star anise, add chopped onions and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar.
Look at the colour of those onions. It's like they're doing a little dance in there. Look at that.
Stir in a tablespoon of tomato puree, 6 chopped tomatoes and some Worcestershire sauce.
The longer I leave this, it's going to become really rich and deep and dark. Imagine that with a smoked cheese biscuit.
While the jam bubbles on the heat, cut the chilled and rolled dough into circles and pop on a baking tray.
I'm just going to pierce each one on top. And this is just going to stop them from puffing up. These only take 12, maybe 15 minutes at 160.
Hardly time to pack the car and they are ready.
These are so crumbly and so cheesy. Get a bit of that jam. Down in one.
Make plenty, they disappear fast. On a day out with my family, we love nothing better than to take our picnic into the big outdoors. These beautiful fields of yellow are surely one of the visions of the British countryside.
This is rapeseed in full bloom, and it's gorgeous. You're probably using it in your everyday cooking, and you may not even realise it.
In fact, the vast majority of vegetable oil sold in the UK is actually made from 100% rapeseed.
Check your bottle if you don't believe me.
But not all rapeseed oil is the same. Cheap cooking oils are made using a chemical and heating process. More expensive oils are produced using a cold press method that adds nothing to the oil itself and doesn't affect the taste. Rapeseed oil farmer Duncan Farrington is going to tell me more about it.
So I always thought that the oil came from the flowers.
Let me just show you.
Okay,
Look,
go on.
let's take a plant here. Right, so here's a good example. So that is a rapeseed.
Right, and so that's what's pressed,
Yes.
and that's where you get the oil from.
Yeah. Because we are cold pressing it at a low temperature, we are retaining all those natural antioxidants and goodies that are inside the seed.
And flavour.
And flavour, of course.
Look at that colour.
So straight away you can see the colour. Now, a refined oil, a lot of that colour will have gone because it will have been bleached.
That's really nutty, isn't it?
But it's quite subtle as well, isn't it?
You can definitely appreciate the fact that that hasn't gone through any process apart from being squished.
Squished.
It's just,
That's a technical term, isn't
that
it?
has been squished, and that's where you've got that oil from. You haven't tampered with it, it hasn't been messed around with, and you can taste that.
Cold-pressed rapeseed oil is a brilliant British product that can be used just like the more expensive extra virgin olive oil. But how do the flavours compare? I'm meeting Dr. Simon Poole, a man so passionate about extra virgin olive oil that he carries a hip flask full of it everywhere he goes.
There's There's never oil in that.
That's oil. It gives people a little bit of a surprise when I bring it out at lunchtime and offer it to them.
Can we start tasting some of these oils?
Of course, absolutely. So first of all, you might like, just without exciting the oil, just have a little sniff, and then if you place the cup down, the glass down.
Being very gentle.
Yes, it's a very gentle process.
Okay. Oh, it's a little bit bitter.
And you can get even more of that if you do what's called stripaggio,
Go on.
which is
Ooh, that's strong. Is it the most expensive one? Because I've got hardly any in here. That one's a lot less bitter. That smells different. What can you smell? You're the expert.
you can get anything from ripe banana through to even if you put your head in a wet hedgerow, you can sometimes smell or even taste wet hedgerow in an oil.
I have never put my head in a wet hedgerow before.
I did after hearing that some olive oils taste like that.
I'll do that next time. But are you telling me you cook with olive oil every single day?
The only oil I have in my house is extra virgin olive oil. I use it for everything, just as they do in the Mediterranean. And there's some evidence, in fact, that extra virgin olive oil is actually the single most healthy oil to use. And there are some antioxidants left at the end of the cooking process, which again confer health benefits when we consume them with our roasted vegetables or with whatever we're cooking.
Despite drinking gallons of oil, I'm still undecided as to which tastes best. Top local chef Nick Marriott has prepared me the ultimate taste test, roast potatoes. I'm going to see if I can tell the difference between cold-pressed rapeseed, extra virgin olive oil and bog-standard sunflower oil.
I don't like being wrong, and I'm holding my fork in such a way. I know it looks like it's like...
Go on now, we'll fence it.
I want to get this right. OK, so I think that one is sunflower. I'm going to taste it. Yeah. It's a good roast potato, though.
That's very crispy.
That is really crispy.
That's a British roast potato.
Yeah. Ooh, that's dark. Look at that one. It's really different when you taste oil cold. You can really taste it. When it's cooked, it takes on a completely different flavour profile.
Absolutely.
I think that's rapeseed and I think that's olive oil.
High five.
Did I get it? Yes!
Absolutely. Well done.
Oh my God!
That's really good. Well done. Fantastic.
Oh my God, that's so cool. You can taste the rapeseed in that one.
You can taste the rapeseed. I think overall the rapeseed for a potato was the better. So crispy, a lovely flavour.
I mean, it's all too easy to have a bottle of sunflower oil or vegetable oil in the cupboard and just use that for everything. But I think definitely if you want to try something different, go out and get some rapeseed oil or some olive oil and give it a go, because it does bring something completely different, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Whatever your perfect day out, whether a walk through the countryside or a day at the coast, one thing's for sure, everyone will work up an appetite. The answer doesn't always have to be a takeaway. With a bit of planning, you can still come home to a feast. Biryani is a rice-based dish full of wonderful Indian spices. Make it in advance and just heat it up when you get home to top off a great day.
Now I'm adding more water than I need, because what I want to do is create lots of room for the rice to, as it bubbles up, to move around in. Not enough water and not enough room to move is like a cardinal sin with rice making.
Add a cinnamon stick and a good sprinkle of saffron.
So you can see as soon as the saffron hits the water and it starts to heat up, it goes a lovely yellow. So while that rice cooks, I'm going to get started on the sauce. Right, get that on a high heat, and then we're going to add some butter.
The secret to my biryani is to use a lot less fat and oil than a traditional recipe to keep it fresh and light. Start by browning garlic in hot butter, then cook onions till they're soft.
So you have to kind of keep an eye on both. Make sure, Myra, look at that colour. It's like liquid gold. So you can see it's kind of cooked, but there are white bits still left in the centre, which means that I need to take that off right now. Right, let's go and drain that quickly. That's my rice done.
For the rest of the sauce, add lemon juice, finely chopped rind, chili, turmeric, and Indian 5-spice, which is a blend of fenugreek, cumin, brown mustard, fennel, and nigella seeds.
Some clever clogs came up with this blend, and I love it. Right, now that's it. Now for my prawns. For something like this, I like to use uncooked prawns because as they cook, they kind of release a bit of moisture, but they also got that lovely flavour, so I like using raw prawns. I'm just kind of cooking the prawns till they're just very slightly pink, and then I'm going to turn the heat off because they're going to have another cook. When I layer the biryani, they'll cook, they'll steam in their own juices.
With the prawns coated in the spicy sauce, add fresh parsley.
So I've got my rice cooked, drained, prawns cooked, ready to go. All I've got to do is layer.
To get my biryani lovely and crispy, I coat my pot in olive oil first. Add half the rice, then layer on the spicy prawns, finishing off with the rest of the rice.
I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous and yellow, and that's just from the saffron. And if you could smell it, you'd smell that cinnamon. I mean, and there's no food colouring, no food dye in sight. I mean, it looks like a pot of yellow rice right now, but you and I both know what's happening down here. So whack it on high heat for 5 minutes, and what this is going to do is, as soon as it hits that high heat, it's going to create this crust around the bottom, around the edge, and then as soon as you've done that for 5 minutes, turn it down. Now, there are loads of ways of serving biryani, and the way I like to do it is to tip it up onto a plate and mix it all around. I'm going to take the lid off. Look at that. You can see where all the rice is steamed in the middle, and then you've got that kind of like the drier bits, the crispier bits of rice around the edge. I'm going to get my dish, pop that on top, say a little prayer. Ooh. Okay, I'm stuck. I'm really stuck. I'm just being a total wimp. I am my dad's daughter, and I will turn this pot round. Oh, I got it. Woo! Okay. Get every last grain out, because they're the best bits. Look at that. You've got those deliciously lemony scented prawns, you've got the saffron rice, and you can still smell that cinnamon all in one pot. I mean, are you really going to order another biryani ever again? I hope not, because that is one wicked way to be welcomed home.
Prawn Saffron Biryani. If you make this in advance, all you have to do when you come home is heat it up. You can have it on the table before the kids get their coats off.
Oh, here it comes, guys.
Take it over, okay? Go. Are you ready? Ready. Pass your plate, then.
It's always lovely to have a family day out, but it's also great to come home. What better way to end the day than with a delicious hot meal?
Ma,
Yeah?
it's so good.
Is it good? Is it yummy?
Yeah.